See, everybody, when it comes to what we are as a synthesis, because we are one being, no matter how many parts you have. In the end, you are one. I am is one. So as a synthesis, we are a type, mechanically speaking. Mechanically speaking, we have different natures. Some more alike, it's called typology. And mechanically, each type, according to their different nature, they have to follow a different strategy in order to be able to flow with the whole without resistance. It is something that, it's not a make-up, because different types have different auras. And they are all over the place, so you can really experiment and see that actually it feels so different to sit next to a generator or to sit next to a manifestor. Because their auras, are giving off a completely different message, and it does not matter, it's not personal. It's an energetic frequency, what we call good vibes, bad vibes, this kind of vibes, that kind of vibes, in New Age talk. 4 types. So let me give you just an overview about each one of these 4 types. But you need to see why these types are defined the way they are, because you see that there are certain areas of the body graph that give that type a certain ability that is not to be found anywhere else in the body graph. Only these 3 channels connect a motor to the throat. I mean, the only exception is this one here, but this is the sacral center, and sacral center makes generators. So this is a different story. But you need to see that out of the 11 gates of the throat, only 3 of them are specifically designed for the release of energy, not just voice. All the others, they basically express themselves through the voice. There's no doing, because the centers that's connecting them, they're not a motor. So this is what makes a manifestor, that they can do. They can do what they speak, that what they say and what they do naturally is one and the same thing. Naturally, for good and for bad. For good and for bad. That means that they are the first ones to realize that everything that's happening to you on the inside, people on the outside can notice. I mean, this is how theater started. This is how the need to have a mask started. To control the feelings, to control the release of feelings depending on the impact you want to have on others. It's my voice, it's one of these channels. Manifestors, we have a closed and repelling aura. It means we are not easy to approach. If you are a manifestor yourself and you do not understand the way your aura works, you are sad. You're sad on the inside of your vehicle because you notice that people don't come towards you the way they move towards each other. That there always this kind of suspicion towards you because they feel that there is something about you that is uncontrollable. And everybody seems to be more aware of the kind of time bomb that you are than you yourself. They're sitting inside, sadly asking himself, what did I do to them? The existential question of a manifestor, the only way their minds really turn onto themselves so they can realize the power of that aura and not suffer from it, is who do I impact? To realize that this power that most people are afraid of is actually quite impressive. The power to be, one with what you say in action. Do you know what that means? It means you're flying, and while you're saying, we're going to turn to the right, you're already turning to the right. And if people that fly with you don't know that about you, they're going to be a little bit sort of like, oops, That's why manifestors, our strategy is to inform. Hey, everybody, fasten your seatbelts. We're just going to turn to the right. It's very, it can be scary because it's an out of control experience. Now, we need these people. See, life gets out of control all the time. See, these are people who know what to do when life is out of control, because life is out of control for them all the time. They just don't make it to be fully civilized. You know what I mean? Because life is out of control anyway, all of the time. Anyway. Manifestors who do not live their lives correctly, who do not embrace their power to impact and to know how to direct it, informing, unafraid of being rejected, informing before they do, they become repressed. And sick-spirited human beings, they become angry that they have to hide their truth, angry that they have to wear a mask, angry that they have to say yes when it's no, no when it's yes, angry that they have to function like the slave generator that they are not meant to be. And this anger, is just there in their aura, because sadness, after all, is just the other face of anger. When it's the sadness of the not self, it just takes this, that sadness becomes rage. There's only 8% of manifestors.